about Excel and all that. So
Hello?
these are also
Hello, sorry,
products. This is Chukudi, sorry, Chukudi, I'm talking
hello?
again.
Okay, okay. So can you
Yeah,
please
we talk
speak louder?
about Microsoft. Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, so we talk about the Microsoft Office suite when you have the Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft, Access. All these products actually have different pain points that they're actually solving, and they've been solving for years, even till today, till tomorrow. They're still very relevant. When you talk about Excel now, bookkeeping, it solves a lot of problems because in the past, I'm sure people had to keep stuff, piles of files and documents. There are a lot of times it was really, really hard and difficult to trace some
Hello?
setting, but now with Excel, you can just search for it with keywords and you find that particular, as well as Microsoft. I'm sure a lot of us have actually used Microsoft at some point, typing our CVs or writing a resume letter or one thing or the other document. So these are part of the products to adopt. So, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, okay, thank you very much.
I'll be glad that.
Please, let's listen, please, right now. So if you want to speak or you have an observation or anything, please kindly raise your hand. Kindly raise your hand so you will be allowed to speak. So we can do this in the regular pattern. Please, thank you. So who is speaking next? Who is speaking next? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon. Chidebere speaking.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you, but not you are not audible. I can't hear you clearly.
Okay, Chidebere speaking.
Okay, good afternoon, Chidiberi.
Okay, I wanted to talk on, good afternoon. I wanted to talk on GG.
Okay, GG.ng. Okay.
Yes, GG is a very good platform whereby you go market your things, your used products, your new products. They're like so at the period of time when we are searching for a house, I just went there, check up the house, check up the location is much easier and it's just a very good platform for marketing used or new products.
Oh, that's awesome. So that's awesome. Thank you. I think that will be all for now. So basically, we've been talking about product management. Product management here and there. I've been hearing product management. What is this product management? Like everyone have been saying product management, product management, product management. So basically, product management is the process of conceiving. So I actually want us to actually follow this: conceiving, planning, developing, testing, launching, delivering, and withdrawing a product in the market. So process of conceiving, yeah, ideation, you have to conceive, everyone, you have to come together, you have to understand. Planning, you have to structure your team, bring everything together. Developing, this is where, oh, you guys have to actually come together, the engineers, they actually have so many things to do. So testing, alpha beta testing, quality assurance, launching, yeah, you're actually launching, product launch, you're going to the market. Delivering, you have to use data. You don't assume, you don't think, you don't do maybe, you just need to use data. Withdrawing, you can't be in the market forever. At some point, you have to understand we need to withdraw this product. We need to do this. We need to do that. We need to change our graph. We need to change our model. So many things like that. And you have to withdraw from the market. So product management is a process of conceiving, planning, developing, testing, launching, delivering, and withdrawing a product in the market. So you can actually, okay, with everything, we've actually mentioned different products now from GG to Amazon to Fair Money to banking apps to Zoom. So let's think of product management. It is like a part of a company that is responsible for making sure a company or an organization offers to the market successful products, short term or long term. So you just have to offer successful products to them. So product management, to me, I view product management is about building the right product and building the product right. So many people. So I worked with so basically I told you guys about working with Uplinkpa energy detector. So that was my early years then. So the guy was Teslim. He studied. The founder was Teslim. He studied geo satellite or something in Futa. So they got into Facebook Hub. So Facebook Hub. So the app was just Up NEPA app. It notifies when NEPA will bring light, and it used analytics to actually tell you possibility of when NEPA is actually going to bring the light back. So I can actually stay here and okay, I have a nephew staying in Oyo State, so I can actually say, oh, your light is not off. I can be staying in Surulere and actually know if there is light in Lekki, or if there is light in Aja, or if there is light in Enugu, or if there's light in Abuja. So it was really amazing. So we got into Facebook, but the problem was we were not doing the product right. So we were not doing the product right. So we failed. So basically, we failed. So I think there was funding. I think Facebook was 18,000 US dollars at first to Tesla. Second was I think 4,000 US. So the funding might not be heavy, but there was a little bit of funding for us to actually scale to the market. There was hardware support, there was mentorship, there was so many things for us. We were using this Facebook accelerator up at Montgomery Aba. So that was where everyone 13 startups then, 13 startups. Okay, can I repeat the PM definition? No, no, the thing is, oh, I I have not created a slide. So I am for the next class, we are going to be working with slides. I have not actually created a slide. So I'm just saying this from basic knowledge. So I think it's just like introductory class and everything. So I'll be working with the programs director to actually create slides and everything. So hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Someone actually asked
I
me
can
to.
hear you.
Someone actually asked me to repeat the definition. So product management is the process of conceiving, planning, developing, testing, launching, delivering, and withdrawing a product in the market. I think I need to type. Typing will actually take time. Let me type. 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 Product management process. Product management is the process of conceiving, planning. I'm really sorry. Conceiving, planning, developing. So I actually want to make this very easy for those that don't have technology, for those that don't have tech background. So they can it's see and honestly, it's not really important for you to have tech background for you to be a great product manager. Though along the way, you can actually there are actually courses that can actually help you through. There's technical product management course. It takes you to the technical part of being a product manager, It takes you to APIs and responding to engineers. So there is the business part, there's business analytics. I think Harvard Business Online School, they offer those because there's user experience. It makes you think like a user. Think basically like, oh, this is what my user want. This is how I can run the survey with them and stuff like that. I think it really helps. So don't feel bad. It is not really something important. And most importantly, some people might not have a degree here. Yeah, it is not really important, though it is slightly important. Oh, degree background and everything. But now I think it is not really important. People don't really ask. It is just you actually learn product by building product. That's just the main thing. You actually learn product by building product. So you have to build some certain skills as a product manager, communication. So you have to read a whole lot of things for you to communicate very well with people. People actually go through course, and I think we're actually going through that soft skill course. So communication, time management, leadership, speaking. So you have to pitch. So speaking, you'll be engaging. So you'll be engaging with different people. So you actually learn how to speak, you have to communicate with them perfectly. You have to be nice, you have to be nice to your engineers, you have to be nice to so many people. So Chukwudi said the guy was from my faculty in school, remote sensing department. Yeah, I think course like that, FUTA, Federal University of Technology, Akure, that was that was the school he attended. I think it's done. It's done or something. It's done. Uh, it's done. So I'm through with the definition now. I'll send it here so everyone can actually work very well. So now let's. The next thing is so who is a product management? Who is a product manager actually? Who is a product manager? Who is a product manager? According to my definition. So now I actually want people to actually like, oh, give us give us give, just tell me, can you, okay, do you know any product you actually have in mind that you actually want to apply to them for the role of the product manager? So use the chat session, please. Just tell me any company you actually think, or is it a fintech you actually want to work with a fintech? Do you want a B2B, business to business, business to consumers? Do you want logistics sector? Which sector do you actually want? Please use the chat session and let's see. Most people now, I think in Nigeria, most people actually getting backgrounds in financial technology. They want to understand how the financial industry works, how data is being gotten, so many things like that. Problems users get with so many things. At first we're actually facing problems when it comes to this this banking issue. Then Kuda brought Bank of the Free. So we had no choice. Everyone feel, oh, Bank of the Free, no transfer. Sometimes I have like 5,000. So you want to transfer 2,000. Then one silly bank will actually deduct 10 naira. So it's actually frustrating. So Kuda brought out something like, oh, this thing is actually a problem to so many people. And how can we solve it? Let's make it Bank of the Free. Let's give them free banking. Let them have access to things like this. Then, oh, another problem, piggyverse. We were having Nigerians and we have problems with savings. I have problems with saving also, saving money. If you save money, you'll be the one actually withdrawing it back. So piggyverse actually thought of something. Then how can we automate saving? How can we bring these people in? So in piggyverse, you can save, and piggyverse is really doing well in the market. They're actually doing really, really well. I think we're all aware piggyverse acquired a big app, sponsor of Big Brother Nigeria. So please kindly fill in your attendance. Please kindly fill in your attendance. I'll actually be giving 5 minutes for everyone to fill in their attendance. So the time is fill in your attendance. Fill in your attendance. It is 12:54 by 1. Please fill in your attendance right now. Fill in your attendance. Fill in your attendance. Please kindly fill in your attendance. Fill in your attendance, please. Fill in your attendance, fill in your attendance, fill in your attendance. Please kindly fill in your attendance, fill in your attendance. And if you are done, you can actually drop a message. So someone said, oh, Trade Depot, Instacart, Glovo. Yeah, Glovo. Right? Glovo just got acquired for, I'm coming, let me check that. I think Glovo just got acquired. So fill in your attendance, fill in your attendance, fill in your attendance. So her delivery hero acquired Glovo for 2.6 billion US dollars. So yeah, delivery hero 2.6 billion US dollar. Actually, you needed to get the figure right. So are you done with your attendance? Please fill in your attendance. Please, if you are done, please signify. I can see if you're done. So if you are done, please let us get things done. Please, how can we fill the attendance? There is a link. The program director dropped a link in the chat session, a Google Doc file. Kindly follow up and and fill your attendance. I think your attendance is really, really important. So please fill your attendance. Please fill in your attendance. Fill in your attendance. So now the point is there are so many problems you can solve. There are so many problems you can solve. But as a product manager, some problems you don't solve them the way you see them or the way it comes. You don't really solve them. Look at Piggyvest. Piggyvest could have done, oh, save your money here with me and deduct and remove your money anytime. But it showed, oh, so many people having a problem. They will actually withdraw all money. How can we do it? Let us create something called a safe lock. In safe lock, you actually lock your money for some durations, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and it comes with interest. Interest, it's just that they're actually doing their survey really cool, really cool to the extent. I think I have a friend, Wumi is a product marketing manager at PiggyVest. So we need a product marketing manager at PiggyVest. So there is a way they do their research. Wumi can actually tell me, we can have a long conversation of like 2 hours or like 3 hours. What we'll actually be speaking on is just, oh, Demola, you've been using PiggyVest for a little while. So can you please tell me what you feel about PiggyVest? What is this? What is this? At first, you will tell what they will actually need is just, I can't lock 2 million naira in PiggyVest. And at the end of 2022, I still get 2 million naira back. It doesn't work. There has to be something. There has to be this return on investment. There has to be an interest for people, and that is what will make people come in for it. And Piggyverse did that, and things are going well. You can do investment on Piggyverse. You can do so many things. Piggyverse acquired Abeg App. Abeg App sponsored Big Brother Nigeria. So at first, me, I was thinking, so after Big Brother Nigeria, what else is coming in with Abeg App? Are these guys going to shut down? No, they are not shutting down. They actually busted our brain. They sold tickets for major concerts in Lagos in December. They opened Patronize, that's Abeg App for business. So many things they are doing. They're actually innovating. They are working with people's problem. They're actually doing their research really well. So now, a product manager is not a project manager. Actually, I think I mentioned this earlier. A product manager is not a project manager. So while I was working with energy detectors up nearby, so we wanted to expand to campuses. We want to expand in LASU, Unilag, campuses that were in Lagos, so students can actually figure out if they're okay. It's just like we planted hardware chip in somewhere in few places in Lagos. Then they transmit. There's a way they transmit. That's there for the hardware guys to understand this. Okay, now I'm going to give the difference now. So yes, that is where I'm actually going. So I just want to explain using real life experience. So now the problem is, okay, now let me tell you, a project manager is in charge of a specific project within a company. A project manager is in charge of a specific project within a company. So, okay, now a project manager is in charge of a specific project within a company. In UpNepa, we had a project manager. What she was actually after was, oh, madam, in 2 months, these ones in Lagos, we want to see our metrics in Lagos. She was reporting to, I was an associate then, so she was reporting to Lekon. Lekon was the senior, or let me say the PM, was the mid-level PM. So she was reporting to Lekon, was with Lekon. So she was the project manager. She wasn't a project or a product manager. She was just in charge of a specific project. Like, oh, for example, if MTN wants to launch like one MTN tech programs in Lagos, a project manager will be in charge because it is not a lifetime project. It's just a specific period. Like, oh, the project manager will be in charge of the planning, the budgeting, the overseeing, and documenting within the specified time. Oh, it could be the time could be like 3 months, it could be 6 months. Let us achieve this in 6 months. Let us achieve this in 3 months. So a project manager is going to be assigned to that. So please, I hope so. Do we actually get that point of the project manager, project manager? Please, can we use the chat section? Can we use the chat section? Can we use the chat section? So a product manager is not the CEO of the product. It's not the CEO. It's not the CEO of the product. Even though a product manager might be in charge of everything that concerns the product. Yes. So a product manager, you are in charge of everything, but that doesn't mean you are the CEO. So my mentor is she is no Ayomide Samson said, does that mean a project manager might not be involved in the ideation? Obviously, a project manager will be involved, but it is just what you are being specified for, not just okay. For example, okay, now let me give you my. I have my mentor to be a uh, so she's a senior growth manager at Flutterwave. So Flutterwave released. There was this thing Flutterwave released, Bata. They had ambassadors, Bata. So what they wanted on Bata was refer one person and you get $1. If you refer 3,000 people, you get $3,000. So I was in school, I was in my final, so it was really a tough time for me. I couldn't move on the project. I was supposed to be assigned as a project manager for Bata. And what will I be overseeing? Ambassadors. You guys see, and now the ambassadorship program is actually off. So for that period of time, that was what I wanted to be like, oh, and do this. Let us see the number of referrals we're actually going to get from these ambassadors and all. I was involved in the ideation because I cannot lead this thing if I don't understand what Bata is all about. I was not involved in Flutterwave itself. Oh. I was not involved in Flutterwave. Flutterwave has Bata now. Flutterwave has send by Flutterwave. The one they actually got whiskey for. They just acquired this Disha. No, Disha, yeah, Disha. So many things are actually going to be involved in this. So can you see? I was involved in Bata. I understood Bata to a level that I can actually pitch about Bata to anyone. I could pitch Bata to everyone like, oh, this is what it works. This is what Bata is to. This is what. If I wasn't involved, then it wouldn't be easier for me. Well, it depends. I would say actually it depends on the company or the organization because most people they have the structure at which they actually do things. While I was in Utiva, we had programs director. Project director, no. Project manager, no. Program manager, programs manager, no project. So now, why the product manager is in charge of everything that concerns a product, there is actually more, especially when it comes to stakeholders management. I think we'll be taking that stakeholders management here. So stakeholders management is really, really important. Product existence, stakeholder management is really, really important. There are stakeholders you report to. Sometimes product managers do not report to stakeholders. CEOs or head of products report to stakeholders. So stakeholders are people like, oh, they're like the back scene guys involved in a startup or in a product. In a Flutter, we have the black back scene guys. So let me give you guys real time example. There was this time, so I think early last year, was it last year or something? This government policy about cryptocurrency, something like that in payment sector. So now it's so many payment gateway had issues with this thing. So many payment gateway had issues with this thing. But in a few times, Flutterwave bounced back. I was surprised like, Flutterwave is back. I asked Toby like, hey, what's up, Toby? Why is Flutterwave back? She told me that is where stakeholders management comes in. So there are people for them at the table where decision is being made before it actually crunch them, before it actually crunch them. And let me make this clear. Stakeholder management is really, really important, especially, especially, especially if you want to go far in product management. Some people actually taking product management because they just want to understand how products work, because they want to launch a startup, they want to do this. Some people might not actually see that for a main career to move from entry level or associate to mid-level product manager to senior level to vice president of product to head of product. Some people don't actually see. Then as a product manager, you need soft skills. Soft skills is needed. You need effective collaboration, communication. You need to learn how to collaborate with people. And I think we're actually going to be doing that. You'll be collaborating with the product designers and the software guys to actually launch a product. And that's actually the most amazing part of it. You'll be thinking like a real product manager. You'll be thinking from the real world view and with the real sense of being a product manager. Oh, this is what actually, and trust me, it is really, really stressful. Oh, you have to manage your time. When you start, 24 hours won't be enough, but it is really, really fun also. It is really, really amazing. So actually, like, kindly wave, raise your hand up if you have any questions. Okay, having stakeholder, everyone, whether individual, yeah, there are levels of stakeholder. Everyone is actually a stakeholder, but there are levels of this stakeholdership, or let me use stakeholder. There are levels of stakeholder. When okay, someone said the stake, okay, the stakeholder part. Okay, the stakeholder part. So I made mention of oaths. Like even a product manager is not the CEO. I made mention that a product manager is not the CEO. That even the product managers deal with everyone in the team, but might not necessarily deal with stakeholders. Like might not necessarily deal with stakeholders. It depends on the structure of the company. Like I will say, me, I don't, I don't deal with, I don't deal with, I don't deal with, I don't deal with I don't deal with stakeholders. I don't deal with stakeholders. I don't I think I dealt with stakeholders once when I was in Upland, but you know it was just a raw startup, so there was no structure yet. But yeah, I don't deal with stakeholders. I think the CEO deals with the stakeholders and okay, now let's what is a product stakeholder? So in product management, a stakeholder is just anyone who has an interest in the product, can influence product decisions, are impacted directly or indirectly by the product. So I am a stakeholder. We are stakeholders in Zoom because we can influence product decisions. We can actually influence decisions. If survey is being thrown out, and if majority of us tell us we don't want a certain feature, they see no reason why they actually have to pull in that feature because we are the stakeholders in Zoom. We have an interest in the product and its success. So we are stakeholders in Zoom. We are impacted directly by Zoom. So we are stakeholders in Zoom. But where I'm coming in, there is broader understanding of what stakeholder is. There are many stakeholders. Developers are stakeholders, quality assurance are stakeholders, designers are stakeholders, sales are stakeholders, customer support is stakeholder, marketing are stakeholders. So now stakeholders are not limited to these people. Investors, board members are stakeholders. And different stakeholders, they come with their own agenda and priorities. So, so managing stakeholders simply means you have to treat them right using their unique persona. So you have to use their agenda and their priorities. You know, the agenda of a developer, of a consumer user is different from investors and board members. So now the stakeholders are actually referring to stakeholders which involve the upper level management, which is investors, board members. There are people who, so okay, I just got a message from the program manager and program director, sorry, and there is no break today because we have already done 1 hour after the info session. So there is no break. And I think someone actually messaged me that he or she wants to go and pray. So just let me know the time and let us know if we can just slow down a bit for you so you can actually meet up. So there won't be break for us, but I think if we actually, it's product. Okay, someone says share with us. Yes, share with us. Really, really amazing. Amina, thank you very much. Share with us. So you have to conduct stakeholder analysis. There are different stakeholders. You know the priorities of a sales of a sales person, marketing person, customer success, developers, users, actually different from priorities of investors or board members. So they are also stakeholders. So they I will call them the upper level stakeholders. I'll actually call them upper levels too. I'll actually call them upper level. I'll actually call them upper level. So now let's talk about core teams. Let's talk about core teams in product management. So this one is just like rough intro. I'm very sorry, I don't really have slides, but I think I'll actually create one after this class and I'll share it to someone. So just a rough. I think it's been recorded. So tomorrow we're actually going to be working with slides. So I'll be sharing the slide after each class. I don't really have a slide, it's just an introductory class for everyone to actually understand basically what product. So now, so everyone is learning that product manager, do they even make money? Like really, product manager, do they make money? Like if someone asking me these questions, like someone asking me this question, if someone asking me this question, like product manager, they make money. So now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen now. I'm going to Nigeria of the manager coming. Product manager, do they make money? Well, I will say it because according to Glassdoor, the average salary of a product manager is 250,000 naira per month. according to Glassdoor. So basically, there has been different reviews about product management money, product managers money, how much they earn. Now it depends. You can earn 700, you can earn 800, you can earn some people, so many people earn in dollars, so many people earn in so many currencies that you feel amazing being a product manager there. So it depends on actually I think well structured talk. I think the Bob Africa they pay close to 350, excluding official laptop, I think official MacBook, health allowance, gym. Then they help you accelerate your career. They pay for your professional courses, stuff like that and all. So, but it's really an amazing sector to be in. So we have a product manager. So basically, the responsibility of the product manager is to understand customers' needs and document market problems. So why we feel there now, let me use an example. Why we feel that Pop wasn't because there was no enough funding, and it was just because we didn't fulfill the customer needs. Now, at first, okay, at first, you have to actually, we were thinking about, monetizing, revenue and everything, monetizing. And this does not happen. My voice breaks at interval. Okay, okay. Now, so I hope my voice is actually better this way. I hope it is better. Can you hear me clearly now? Is it okay now? Please let me get a reply. Please kindly chat. Is my voice okay now? It is better now. Okay. That's nice. So there are core teams in product management. So we have the product manager. Responsibility of the product manager is understanding customer needs and document market problem. You have to document market problem. These problems, they actually there are enough problems in Nigeria. I believe we all know that enough problems you can actually solve. There is something called horizontal innovation and vertical innovation. So one means duplicating what is actually in existence, just like there is a payment gateway pay stack Flutterwave. So me coming up with my own and duplicating it and just calling it something pay. Then there is another one which in a way whereby I can just say, someone has solved payment problem. People can pay using Flutterwave. But there is another problem. And the problem is, how can they pay if they don't have their ATM card with them? They don't have their anything with them. How can they pay? I'm actually adding to whatever thing Flutterwave existing problem Flutterwave or Paystack is actually solving. So you deliver market business case, market needs, roadmaps. So your experts are like your experts is people you're actually concerned about, things you are concerned about, just the market and the customers. So we have the product architect, we have the technical lead. So those ones they design solutions. So we have the sales engineer, they do pre and post sales support. We have product marketer. I actually said product marketing managers, they are different from product manager. So what product marketing managers do? They develop go-to-market plan and material. They are 80% majorly about the market, delivering to the market, marketing strategy, launch plan, sales tools. Then we have a program manager or a project manager. So they keep project on the track. Just like I explained earlier, a certain project, not a product. They keep a project on track. So they schedule, they do budget, they do plan, risk plan, and so many things. Then user experience. User experience is really important. It's a core part also because it is just like you have to understand user behavior and design user experience. So it is really, really important. So when I say development team, so you build solutions and all. So as a product manager, things you have to do is just like you have to communicate clearly and often. You have to communicate with your people, with your people. You have to communicate with your people because it's really, really important. You have to communicate with your engineers. You have to communicate with communication is key. You have you I don't know reason why you are in incommunicado. You have to communicate with these people. You make data driving decisions. You use data to make decisions. That's why I think in this class, even if it's not part of the syllabus, I actually take us throughout to use amplitude in product analytics. So you actually understand amplitude, and I'll take us Google Analytics, I'll take us Oja. So we'll actually use case study of different websites. We can use popular ones, Flutterwave. You can use Jumia or anything. So I will take us through these ones, just make it really, really interesting, practical oriented, so you can understand analytics and how users actually behave on certain products or websites. So you have to present problems, know when to say no, serve while leading, understand to come. You have to communicate enough. You have to communicate it. You have to you really have to. So basically now, what does the product manager do? What do I do as a product manager? The first thing is I execute, I strategize, and I lead. Or let me use I strategize, I lead, and I execute. So I strategize the vision of the product, the goals, the growth. Then I lead. So product team, I lead the business team. I'm the champion of the consumer. So I am like an advocate of customers there. So I actually do everything. Sometimes the product manager actually stand up. Okay, I think okay, there's a friend I met on LinkedIn. I met her on LinkedIn. She was working with Kudi Money before she moved to Settle. Settle like a new film app by the Bob Africa. So she went out, she went to marketplace, POS centers. She was asking them, POS agents using Kudi. How are you guys feeling with this Kudi? What is the problem? What is it? So she was able to resonate with their problem. Like, oh, this is what these guys are actually facing. This is what they need here. This is what they need here. This is what they actually do. You can't sit, you won't sit in office and just expect problems coming to your head. You have to understand it is data driven because you're actually talking directly to the user. You are not guessing that I feel we should add this thing. You don't feel what I was feeling is that you don't feel you should add this thing. You actually, oh, these people actually have this problem. This is what our POS agents are actually having. They are saying there are so many payments is being declined, and to process the declined payment is really hard. Why not let us create a third party, whatever it is? You just have to find a way. You just have to look for a solution. You just have to build a solution. Then you execute, use user story, product requirement, wireframes, Scrum. So the thing about product manager is really, really interesting. Product management is really, really interesting. So you have to time yourself. Time management is really, really important. Honestly, you have to like stand up, research. You just have to time yourself. You can use Google Calendar. You have to so many things. Just people people find I find product management. Is there any difference between marketing and product manager? Is there any difference between marketing and product managing? From your explanation, both are concerned with the consumer needs, what they need, the problem. Hello, please, Amina, can you like can you use what is it called? Can you use the speaker? Can you unmute yourself so I can understand clearly? I don't really understand. Hello? Hello? Hello, Amina. No, please. So you can't use the speaker. Okay. Okay, let me explain with what I can actually understand here. Is there any difference between marketing and managing product managing? You're actually managing a product as a product manager. This is why you're a product manager. Between marketing, what marketing? Do you mean product marketing or like core marketing? From your explanations, both are concerned with consumer. Yeah, everything we are concerned about consumer needs. We are concerned about consumer needs. We are concerned about consumer needs. We are actually building this product because of consumers, rather. We are actually building this product because of consumers, so everyone actually concerned. Our goal is just okay now. I think I need to make something clear. So now, who can actually tell me, okay, I actually want just in the chat session, users and customers, are they the same? Product users and product customers, are they the same? Are they the same? No. Someone said no. Okay. Product users and product customers, are they the same? Someone said, oh, Ugochi said no. Someone said yes. Okay, nice. It's just three responses. How come? I
I
need
think it depends.
Please don't yet say anything. Please don't yet say anything. Someone said people are saying yes, yes, please. I need enough replies. I need enough so I can actually move on. So we have to make this really, really engaging. It depends, it depends, it depends. Okay. Not always the same. Product users and product may not necessarily the same. Someone is saying yes. So users are customers, but customers might not be users. Users are customers. Users are customers. Customers may not. Huh? Users may not. Huh? Yes and no. Huh? Enough reply. I think we are 53 here now. So let's make this class really interactive. Please, let's make this class really interactive. I'm expecting 50 replies next week, excluding the program director and I. So I'm expecting 50. So the last question, I think I just give the question. So I'm expecting 50 replies. Please use the chat section. I actually like documenting a lot. I'm actually documenting everyone. People replying, people doing so many things. I'm actually documenting so many things. I think these are part of the things that will be required in referring people for product internships or even job, because you can't refer someone who is not engaging or someone who is not doing well. You have to refer someone who's really doing amazing. So referrals work really well and it's really important. So users and customers are did the same. Someone is saying, someone is saying now to the people. So someone said no. So can you unmute yourself and tell us the reason why you said users and customers are not the same?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm fine here.
My name is Gucci. So users and customers are not the same because okay,
Okay.
let's say like a free app, an app where you can use it till a particular time before you actually subscribe. Yeah,
Okay.
some people use it and they don't necessarily pay. So when they finish using their free trial, they just go off the app. But then the people that actually stay and purchase like features on the app, to me, they are the real customers.
Now is one. So people, someone said yes. People said yes. So can someone please unmute and actually tell us why users and customers are actually the same?
Hello, my name is Cynthia. The reason I would say a user is a customer is because, for instance, the example she gave, yeah, that people would use a free app, that the user is a customer because there's platforms, there are ways you can monetize your platform. So even if someone is using the platform and doesn't necessarily give you money, there are other ways because you have the data to prove that they are, like say 1 million people are using this app, you can get um maybe like Google AdSense, or is it what is it called? That is being driven by the amount of users
Yeah.
that use an application. So the fact that people are using it alone is a way for you to increase your monetization value. Then you also get data-driven results from the complaints of more users than just people who are paying. Some person might be paying for it, but not necessarily using all the features that can give you the result that you need to improve on your products that you're serving. So I would say there are different ways to look at it, but whoever is using your product is the customer, even if the person is not paying for it for them by themselves, or if the person is not even paying at all, because it's the fact that they are using it that drives the product being in existence and then drives the value that you can give or improve on or can even monetize. So that's my own input.
Nice one, nice one. So anyone else? Does anyone have any input?
Yeah, yeah, this triggers here.
Okay, hello, Chidozie.
My thought is I'm not just I may be need to be corrected, but I think that customers are those that pay. So if the users are not paying, like Facebook and some of these social media sites, then is the brands that or companies that are advertising that are now the customers, not the users. So in a situation where I think what I feel, I will maybe do more research, but I think that customers are those that pay. So if your app or application needs to look at those that will be paying for it, for you to now see how you can serve them, maybe through the users or through maybe modification in your system where because maybe unless the users are now paying, that's when maybe they are now the customers. That's what I feel, that's what I think.
Oh, That's cool. Does anyone else?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello. Can I make contribution?
Yes, you can. I can hear you.
My name is Michael from Kaduna
Oh,
Northwest.
hello.
I can hear.
I can hear you.
Uh, uh, Comparing users and customers, it depends on who owns the product. For instance, if a company has a product
Are you okay, my
uh,
friend?
and that product is being
Are
used
you
by
okay,
maybe
man?
those people that works in the company, that tells you that company is the customer, and
Okay.
our users are not actually, they are not actually to me, they are not actually the customer, because they are just using a product which is being paid for by the company. For instance, maybe an app that is being launched by a company, and that app is being used by maybe people in the company, but it's the company that pays for the services of the app. Why those working in the company use the app? That tells us that why the user are just using it for the company. So I don't know if I have said something in line with what we are saying now.
Yeah. You are saying something in line. That's really
Okay, can I say
amazing.
something?
So
I'm sorry, can I come in?
yeah, come in.
All right.
okay.
Thank you. So I think it all depends on the industry and the perspective at which we are looking at it.
Now wait.
Because,
Time to wait. Please let's note something. Now it depends on the industry and perspective. Continue.
all right. So because I noticed that almost everybody is talking about applications, applications, applications. And
Yeah.
we've forgotten that applications are used in different industries. We have medical industries, we have financial industries and all. So for instance, if I'm using a GT Bank app, I'm the user and I'm a customer at the same time. But there are some companies in which users do not have direct access to, for instance, the medical industry. Maybe you want to buy prosthetics
Yeah.
for the replacement of legs and all the likes. You might not have access because you are not licensed. You might not have access to be able to buy what you need for your replacement or something like that. So your medical doctor will be the person that will get it from the company. So the medical doctor is a customer to the company,
Yeah.
and you are a customer to the doctor and at the same time the user of the product. So it all depends on industry and the perspective. You can be a user, you can be a customer, and in some industries you might be a customer, you will not be a user. So it all depends on the industry.
Repeat what you said earlier. You can be a user. Repeat.
You can be a user and at the same time being a customer,
Yeah.
and in some cases you can be a user and not a customer, and in some cases you can be a customer but not a user.
Very simple. Before I actually come in, does anyone have something else to say? Does anyone have something else to say?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, I
Yeah, I
do.
said what I wanted.
Okay.
Hello.
Just to
Hello.
just to
Okay.
buttress the point
So
of the previous
I think I have
speaker.
something similar. So I believe that we
Hello.
exchange value, monetary value for a product that a producer or product manager is bringing
Yeah,
out.
can you hear me? Please, kindly raise your hand if you want to, please. So we actually go in a regular pattern. It's really fine. But it's cool. Who is
All right.
talking?
I raised my hand. It's okay if I speak.
Okay, yeah. Speak.
All right, thank you. So just to buttress on the point of the previous speaker, I'd like to give an example of let's say a company that produces toys. Right.
Yeah.
So they produce toys. Toys are basically for children, babies, and all of that. But these children cannot, like you said, they cannot access the toy. They cannot buy it by themselves. Their parents are indeed the customers, but they are the users. But the company that produces toys produces it based on the needs of the child or the children, which are the users. Right. So, for instance, a child is going to the market or at the mall with his parents, and he sees a teddy bear, and because that teddy bear kind of appeals to him, probably the color, the size, and all of that. He says, Mommy, I want that. And the mother says that, oh, okay, fine. It meets this, my child wants this, buys it, purchases it. She's a customer there. But she may not even, in fact, the next day, she might not even remember what it was. She might not remember, okay, this is the toy, but the user is the child and the customer. So just to purchase point the other person said. I hope it makes sense.
Yeah, thank you very much. So someone else.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Okay, so I'm David. Just in line with what the other guy has said, the user may not necessarily be the customer, and the customer may not necessarily be the user. A case study of that is I posted something on the chat box, but I'm going to use another example. Okay. A company providing or manufacturing, let's say, marketing software for enterprises. Yeah. So the VP of marketing, they are their targets, right? But everybody knows VP marketing are not the one who are doing the marketing themselves. They have the marketing managers down the line who actually are the one using the tools, right? So the marketing managers are the users. They are the one using the tools purchased by the company for marketing. Yeah, because it's an enterprise product. But the one who is making the purchasing call is the VP marketing or the VP product marketing or something related to that. So the one making the purchasing call is the customer, and that is who the enterprise marketing software developer, who they are targeting. That he is their customer, or he or she rather, he is their customer, and they will be targeting the VP marketing. However, those who are using it, where they will be getting real-time feedback, is from the marketing managers down the organizational hierarchy. So that's a case. Another case might be where a user is actually the same person as the customer, like bank apps. We are the user, and at the same time, we are the one paying for the service. We are the customer as well, right? Okay. Okay, that was nice. Thank you very much. So someone else, is that all? So now let me say something. I won't say anything here, but let's listen. Skype. I believe we are all familiar with Skype. We all know Skype. Skype is a company that allows making calls over the internet based on a software just like Zoom. Skype has 500 million users. That metric, I'm using metric in 500 million.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, sorry, I was going to say something, but don't worry. You've already started talking.
Don't worry. You can talk. Feel free, talk. Hello?
Okay. Well, I want to try. I feel a customer and a user. I don't feel there is a difference between a customer and a user.
Okay. Why?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I just feel like everybody that uses a product is a customer and a user, yeah.
Okay.
But the person that uses how would I put it? The finished product now is now the end customer. I don't know, but that's what I feel. For example, let's say a drug is being released in the market, yeah, and let's say, for example, Sanofi releases a drug into the market, yeah, it goes through different supply chains, models or whatever, from the manufacturer to this to that. So if from Novartis now, it's being taken to, let's say, a small pharmacy, yeah, there are also like customers of Novartis. Now, if a patient now goes to this pharmacy now to go and purchase that drug, then uses it, that patient is also a customer. But then the type of customer the patient is now is an end customer. I don't know what I feel though.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's really nice. So I'll actually come back to that. So as I was saying, Skype has over 500 million users. In this case, it is somehow difficult for anyone to actually distinguish between users and customers, because sometimes they might be the very same people that is user, that is a customer. They might not, sometimes, I did not say all the time. So for example, I use Skype, but you know what? I use free software. Skype. I use free software. I use the free version. But sometimes, occasionally, I buy Skype out credit to make calls from my computer to international landlines or phone numbers. Can you see I am a free user and a paying customer at the same time? I use Skype for free. I use the free version of Skype, but I get Skype out credits to make calls from my computer to international lines. Skype provides even more interesting math. You know something that is crucial to their success. It's about them having a larger version of users. 500 million. In 500 million, only 15% are paying customers. Only 15. So you might be thinking that the reason to assure decent revenue, with even a small conversion rate, is from free to paying customers. That is not the only reason. Okay, now Skype needs a larger base, a larger users to ensure good quality. Now, it is using peer-to-peer technology. We're using peer-to-peer technology. Every call is being routed through the internet. So the more users it has, the better the calling for Skype because it makes them scalability works very well that way. So now I am a free user on Skype. Understand what I'm doing. So now Facebook. Okay, now let me think about another app. Okay, okay. On our banking app, you might be thinking you don't pay to use the banking app, but you recharge airtime. You don't pay to use PiggyVest. You give them your money, but you know what? A certain commission is being removed if you want to withdraw your money back. Let me use something else. Don't let me use a financial digital product. Facebook. So many people use Facebook for free. But you know what? When people run ads, they are leveraging on over 18 million Nigerians using Facebook for them to optimize their ads. People are paying for your presence on Facebook. YouTube. I am just watching movies on YouTube. But different ads are coming to me. If they don't have a larger user base, people will not run those ads using. I'm using YouTube for free. Oh, I just subscribe to my data and I open YouTube.com. No, don't let me use YouTube is too extreme. Let me use Instagram. I believe everyone uses Instagram here. Now, I don't pay for my Instagram. When I just open my Instagram, follow a little bit of people and start laughing. Comedians or a Insta blog and start laughing. But there is something in every time. I might be using my okay in 10 minutes. I come across, let's say, 3 or 4 ads. Well, I'm not paying, but there is something optimizing, converting me is because there is someone who is paying for that ad. And Instagram is leveraging on the amount of users they have for that app to run function, for that app to function, for that ads to run very well. See, okay. Now there's Flickr, like okay, there's something called Flickr. Flickr is like a website that allows hosting images and video. Just like Skype too, it has large number of users, but only little people pay for increased storage or unlimited open. It's typical Nigeria now. If this account don't expire, let me create another account with another email. So obviously now I don't really need more. Let me create another account. But just like Skype, it is a free business model. But there is something they use in generating. The free users, however, add value by contributing to the content of the website. Flickr has 4 billion images right now. 4 billion. 4 billion images. Those free users are actually, so those things might be called, that is why I said sometimes you can actually be where you might not be, could be in terms of physical products. There are digital and physical products also. In terms of physical products, but sometimes it has not, okay, different people, different strategies, different business analysis with different reviews. If you check Forbes can actually tell you this. Okay, if I go to a store with what's his name? I didn't forget. Maybe someone else with Amina or let me say with Mary. If I go to an Apple store, Mary buy me, let's say she gets me something like an iPhone 13. Mary is actually paying for iPhone 13. Now I am using iPhone 13. Mary is not using iPhone 13. Mary did the financial service for iPhone 13 at Apple Store. Now I am using iPhone 13. But what happens? What happens? Now, me being the user, in some parts, I could actually be a customer because Apple will be leveraging on me. Apple is actually leveraging on me to actually increase quality of their product. And so some other instances whereby I will actually have to pay for some certain things. Apple Music, my Apple Pay, and those things. I am still by one way still paying for that product. Oh, we all know Mary. She already got me an iPhone 13 now. That's all. But that is not all. Premium Apple is still generating, See, there are other interesting models I haven't visualized. Too. Even okay, in government agencies now, there's also a difference between users and customers. You see beneficiaries of services like grants, contributions, government, taxpayer. Okay. We could say, okay, let me say beneficiaries of services like contribution road. We could, oh, okay, we are using road, we are using so many things. We can see them as users, but we can see taxpayers as customers since they put the bill or something. But let's look at an insurance model also. Okay, now a large number of customers are paying for a policy in order to be insured against incident or accident. Yet, only a small people, only a small group of these customers turn into users because they incurred the incident and want to benefit. Can you see? They don't use those things. It's only when they, oh, I don't get accident.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, please, if you've not filled your attendance, fill it now. Hello, everybody.
Hello, I can hear you.
Please, if you've not filled your attendance, please do well to fill.
Please, please kindly,
Sorry, you continue, sir.
okay, please kindly fill your attendance. Please kindly fill your attendance. Please kindly fill your attendance. Kindly fill your attendance. Please, let me wait for 15 seconds. Please fill 10, 9, 8,
So
7.
please, how do we access the attendance link?
Yeah, it's actually in the chat section. Just check, just scroll up. It's a Google Doc file. So now, okay, let's use Google now. So now, in this case, free users, see, free users are actually the one using the search engine now. Hello, Google. I want to learn product management. Product management, this, that, I'm using. Then the paying customers are people buying keywords. I buy keywords. I have premium accounts, so it's really important. So I'm actually a customer. I'm not. I'm a user and a customer because I'm actually. But those, you see, both people we offer. The thing is, the first service, now let me make sure, let me actually say something. The first service of Google is just a search and it is free. It is now subsidized by the data which is advertising and the more the free users, the more Google can attract customers. If you start a newsletter, oh, my friend and I, we started a newsletter, Noticing Africa. We started, I think, September. Now, I think we have 5,000 subscribers. Now, we have these free people listening or just getting our newsletter in their mails. Drum, drum, drum. Now, we want to go into pay. It is easier for startups or anyone to actually tell us, oh, guy, send our metrics to your 5,000 days, send our metrics to us. We actually can monetize it because of the number of our free users to attract people that can actually leverage on their fee for us. 500, if Skype is to remove over 500 million users, if they are to remove the number of free users, man, I'm sure they will be left with 75 million. And part of that 75 million, part of 75 million, 35% of 75 million are using Skype because of corporate organizations actually have this, oh, they pay. Just like when you work, your company pays for some certain things like premium, Grammarly, premium, they pay for some premium services for you. So some of these things are coming from corporate communication. They are coming from businesses, not from individual perspective. So most times users can actually users and customers might actually be the same. I think at the end of the day, I think at the end of this thing, at the end of everything, it comes down to your product, and it comes down to the industry you are. I think someone made mention of that, and I actually asked the person to repeat it. It comes down to your business model, your industry, and your product, the product you're actually selling. Customers are users because they pay for the value that is created for them in form of revenue stream to the company. Why? In some cases, users and customers are even very similar. They are very, very similar. Some products subsidizes for one another. It depends. That's why I keep saying it depends on the business model, the industry, and the product. Users are people using the product. Customers are paying it. I think that's just the way. Okay, financial exchange. It comes in between users, between customers and the product. Users are people who engage more. They engage more, they engage more. You guess what? If Facebook does not have 18 million active users in Nigeria, will you run your ads there? You need traffic. That's the main reason why you actually. So they are subsidizing, they are leveraging on those free users for you to actually get across to them. Those people are still the one optimizing your ads. They are still the one. Without them, I won't go to a naked channel and say I want to advertise anything. Are you guys paying to watch Big Brother? We are not paying to watch Big Brother Nigeria. Trust me, we are not paying. We are actually not paying to watch Big Brother Nigeria. Well, though we might be paying GST, we might be doing our subscription. Well, multi-choice is the winner. But well, we actually paying to watch Big Brother Nigeria because we are subscribing for the channel. But the point I'm saying now is they are leveraging on free users. Not everyone actually paying for Big Brother Nigeria. That's one. Some people watch updates. They don't even watch. Some people don't pay. They share and they just, oh, Big Brother Nigeria has started. So let me stay in your apartment. Let me watch this eviction night, this whatever it is. But at the end of the day, they are leveraging on free users. There are so many, there are millions of Nigerians who can afford GoTV, who can afford GSTV, and still they still contribute to discussions and metrics in Big Brother Nigeria. And now brands pay much as 200 million, 300 million to come on board because they are leveraging on these free users. So many people out there that in your apartment, you guys might be 30 watching one single Big Brother Nigeria channel being subscribed to by one person. It's just like Mary subscribing for okay, just like Mary subscribing for Big Brother Nigeria. Then the 53 of us here on this call going to Mary's apartment and we sitting down. Mary only paid. Mary is the user there. Mary paid. Then Mary is the customer. Mary paid for Big Brother Nigeria. Then we 52 of us were actually sitting down watching. The free. Can you see the version of people you watching for free? We're actually more than people because Mary just paid. Mary paid. She's the only one. We are 52 years. So they are leveraging on. That's why they say, okay, I think Big Brother Nigeria is the only Nigerian show that has generated over 1 trillion social media impressions. Social media, yeah, 1 trillion impressions. But the point is, they leveraged on users' metrics, traffic. They leveraged on free people a lot. So now subsidizing. I beg app won't come on Big Brother Nigeria if they don't have that metrics. If they don't have a lot of people watching them, if they don't create that discussion, I beg app won't come here. I beg app won't come here. You won't go on Facebook if there is no enough traffic for you to advertise your business, to advertise your personal brand, to advertise your skill set, to advertise so many things. You won't go there. You won't go on LinkedIn. How many people are using LinkedIn Premium? Or I might be using LinkedIn Premium because it is being taught. Corporate organizations, they subscribe to certain softwares for you. Now I'm using LinkedIn Premium. So how many people are using LinkedIn Premium? So now, how many people are actually using LinkedIn Premium here? Okay, someone said, can I talk please? People that makes money from advertisement from third-party companies because of huge traffic of users. And I just like the same thing. You won't pay 200 million to run adverts if they don't have users or viewers now. It's just like the same thing. You won't pay for a naked channel just to go. You won't go. I'm sure you won't pay. So it's just so how many people use LinkedIn Premium? Yeah, please can you use the chat session if you use LinkedIn Premium. So now let's use I use LinkedIn Premium. If someone said I'm not using LinkedIn Premium to be honest, and I won't use. So is there anyone using LinkedIn Premium? Can you please use the chat session? Is there anyone
I
using
opened the free version, then after it expired, I shut it down.
typical Nigerian? So that's just sure. So anyone else using LinkedIn Premium? No. So please, I need chat. I need responses. No. Wow, amazing. Yeah, well, no, I am not using. Oh my God. So people are not using LinkedIn Premium. Oh. Chai, I once used it once. Anita, why using it once? Why? It's expensive. Yeah, it is. Most times, the only opportunity people get is because your startups, your organization, they pay you. They actually subscribe for you. That's just, and it's usually 1 year. So that's just the opportunity people get. Personally, why do you use LinkedIn Premium? Funny that I'm just saying it for the first. Wow, personal, funny though, I am just hearing it about it for the first time. Wow, woo, wow, woo. So please, let's engage. I'm not seeing responses. Please, do you use LinkedIn Premium? Just yes or no. Simply yes or no. If you use yes, if you don't, just put no. I think I've roughly seen over like 13 people, and that is not enough. We are 42 here. I need at least 75 people. I need an A here. I need A. I need A. I need A. I need A. No, 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 no. Yeah? Ah. Eh? Mhm. Ah. What is the advantage? Well, don't worry now. I'm going to say I'm going to say the advantage, but I just need people to respond. Like, are you using LinkedIn Premium? Yes or no? 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 Well, LinkedIn Premium is expensive. I am sure if a company does not pay, if the company is not paying for my premium, I won't bother using LinkedIn Premium. And I'm sure I won't use LinkedIn Premium. And the reason why LinkedIn Premium might be expensive is because it is a monopolistic market, because they are the only professional networking platform. So they are able to set a higher price because there is no viable competition. IMBD does the same thing. IMDB. IMDB does the same thing. See, the only thing LinkedIn Premium is only capable of is if you are a product manager. One, not only if you are, and if you are interested in networking with more people. Two, number three, if you want to make contact with people, especially if you are dealing with business to business product, you want to get in contact with VP of marketing in Globacom Nigeria. Those people you have to authenticate your LinkedIn Premium to could message them to do some certain thing. That 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 is the only reason I have seen so far. To me, that is the reason I have seen so far. That because the it is well, it might be expensive because of our conversion to naira. Well, conversion to naira is not even affecting it, but LinkedIn is just not part of it. So I can see now so many people are using no. So many people are the same way running LinkedIn ads is expensive. I don't know why everything about LinkedIn is even expensive. Running LinkedIn ads is even expensive. It's not affordable like a normal Facebook that will input 1,000 naira and one ads and directed to second that will put 2.5. It's not like that. Sorry, can you hear me? Can you hear me, please?
We can hear you.
Okay, I think
Yes.
someone said, Esther, why are you not hearing me? Please, probably it's your network or something. So basically, what so many people do now is what so many, and they are able to. There are so many ways you can reach people without even using your LinkedIn Premium, using that LinkedIn mail. There are so many. There are so many ways you can. So to me, I'm not 100% after someone using LinkedIn Premium, but if you can afford it, you use LinkedIn Premium. It's actually helps a lot. It actually helps a lot. Trust me. You meet with like minds, you meet with fellow product managers, senior product manager, head of growth, head of so many people. It's really, really, if you can afford it. What if you can afford this is really, really there. So I feel we should actually take that one important because I won't advise anyone just go in there and just pay one money if you don't have money at the end of the day. So as a product manager, so I think it's almost time. Let me do a little bit round up here. So as a product manager, you just have to be familiar with so many tools, so many tools. Not so many. They are not even extreme tools. They are tools you just need basic understanding about. 30 minutes YouTube video will take you through a lot of tools. We take you a lot of them. So Google is your friend. You can use Google a lot. Okay. How many people of us here are familiar with Google Analytics? Can you please? I'm actually trying to ask this question. So I actually want to take us through analytics. So I can use Amplitude and Google Analytics. So it will be better. So if you're actually familiar with Google Analytics, use yes. If you're not familiar, use no. Please let's engage this session. Google Analytics. If you're not familiar, use no. If you're familiar, use yes. If you're not familiar, use no. Google Analytics, Google Analytics, Google Analytics, Google Analytics, Google Analytics. That's really right. That's really. So Google Analytics, it's used for analytics. It is for we can use Google Analytics or Amplitude. I use both. So I'll actually take us through both. Or anyone, Google Sheets. Have anyone here used Google Sheets? Please use yes if you have used Google Sheets. Google Sheets. If you haven't used no, Google Sheets. If you have used yes, if you have used Google Sheets, please use yes. Okay. I think Google Sheets is number here. So Google Sheets, yes. If you haven't, no, okay, no problem. Please feel free, be be free, be transparent. So I can actually take you through. So I can take me taking you through doesn't mean I am an expert in these things here, but it will save you from you going on YouTube and just zigzagging watching 10 hours video and someone repeating the same thing. So please say so I can actually take it. Google Sheet, no, Google Analytics, no. So really, please let us follow this thing. So again, so Google Analytics is used for road mapping and product strategy. There is something called 3RD, product requirement document. There is something called MRD, market requirement document. There's something called BRD, business requirement document. Those things will actually take them. So I'm sure we have a very amazing syllabus and it's really amazing. I'll actually take you guys through everything. And so have anyone here used Jira, Trello, Intercom? Okay, let me start from user pilot, Intercom. So anyone? No. So I'm actually going to take us through these tools really. So have we do we have any experience using Google Docs, Google Form? Yes, if you have an experience using Google Form. No, if you don't have. Google Form is actually what the programs director uses in sending your attendance link. That is a Google Form. If you have yes, if you haven't, no. 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 If you have yes, then I'm sure for collaboration and productivity, we are all using Zoom. So we have used Zoom. So what about Slack? Are we familiar with Slack? Yes, if you're familiar with Slack. Okay, familiar with Slack. Me in programs like this, I prefer using Slack so people can be efficient in Slack. If you are doing a remote work, most times you guys are always on Slack. You guys are always on Slack. Most times, most time on real pay, we work remotely, and we use Slack. One of our guys in India, some guys in Amsterdam, so different people everywhere. So we use Slack most times. No, no, no. Oh, I think I'll actually discuss with the program director if we can, if program manager or coordinator rather, if we can actually move to Slack so we can have on experience on Slack so we can actually understand how Slack goes. So anyone here with Figma, if you have, because we'll be doing product thinking and a little bit of product design also. Figma, if you have experience using Figma, use yes. Figma, if you don't have, use no. Please be transparent. Please be transparent. Please be transparent. It's really, really important here. Figma, if you have and experience, use yes. If you don't have, use no. If you have yes, so no. Figma, no, no. I can see yes. And you can see yes. Wow. Wow. Ooh, I can see Figma, yes. I can see Figma, no. So now let okay, I think before going I think the first I think I'm actually going to take us through creating Figma account. So next class, so it's going to be really amazing for us. Let me just so I think everyone before the next class, please create Figma account. This is really, really important. Please create a Figma account. Please create, let me share my screen. Please create a Figma account. Figma is really, really important. You work with your designers, they give you access to their Figma work file. You check out the assets, you check out so many things, the wireframing, the prototype, interactive prototype. Like this, it's easier for me to switch roles to even a product design itself because I actually understand how design works, design thinking. I am not on the group chat. I am not on the group chat. I am not on the group chat, but I will see if the program director can actually add me to the group chat. So please, I'm really sorry. Let me share my screen now so we can go through Figma. So can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see.
So now, please, if you are with your laptop, your mobile phone, anything that is actually accessible to the internet, please visit figma.com. This is figma.com here. Follow my cursor, please. Visit figma.com, figma.com. I think it's time and we have to manage time. I think this is where I'm going to stop. If you can, I might not be able to go, but if you feel I should take you guys to creating a Figma account, please use the chat session, yes or no. You are the stakeholder here, so just decide, should I take you guys or should I suspend it to the next class? So please just let me know if we can. It won't take, trust me, it will take just 5 minutes or something, roughly 5 minutes. So we'll be very fast with it. Okay, very people are saying yes, yes, yes. So openfigma.com, openfigma.com is openfigure.com. So then come to signing up. So I have an account with Figma, so I will be creating another account. Or you can create a video and share with the class. Well, I won't want to share a video. Why? Because if I am not doing it now, I'll prefer everyone going online and learning how to do it. I won't. Then the next class, I'll actually check it out. I think that's going to be very, very way, and it helps everyone to actually learn how to Google things and actually find ways. You have to find solutions to everything, every problem. You learn how to find solutions to it. So I wouldn't want to create a video and send it. It is not. I wouldn't want to do that. Well, I just feel I wouldn't want to. I'll prefer giving it out to you guys to make it a very tactful class, so you can actually, oh, it is this. So I won't do it, but by next class, I'll expect everyone to actually create a Figma account. So you come to sign up, then this is email, password, then you create an account. Very simple. So your email, your password, I think a notification will be sent to your mail, then you check your mail, then that's just then you create account. That's just it. Then you can download the version, you can download an offline version. This is what I'm using. This is my Figma. This is my Figma offline version. Can you see I'm using Figma app? I don't use web. I Figma app. This is my Figma app. So this is front new. So it has okay. Figma has design file and Fig Jam, so I can create user roadmap, journey roadmap here. I can create so many things. Watch. So I think that will be all for today, and thank you very much, everyone. Please, can you please Okay, recap on 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 what, if you don't mind, recap on. Okay, I have recap on, if you don't mind, maybe recap on if a customer is a user. You were locked out. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry, Cynthia, but it's still fine. I'll actually get a recap. It's really amazing. So it is asking what you want to use it for. Yeah, just put for personal use. If for work, you can use for work. You can put for work, for personal use, anyone. Me, I have mine for work, so I use Ademola at com. That's like a corporate mail. Then for my personal, I use my private mail. So for work, teaching, or personally. People who have domain knowledge, I think some people actually mentioned it earlier, they are doing product design. It wouldn't be a problem for them. I think they'll find it really amazing using Figma. Figma is one of the amazing tools I use almost every day. I design with Figma. I do so many things with Figma. Please drop feedback in the chat section. Are you guys satisfied with this class? Please, any do you want anyhow I can improve in the next class where it can be such an amazing class next one? The engagement, I really want 100% engagement in our next class. Please drop in the chat section any problem with the class, or is it that I wasn't audible, I wasn't engaging, I wasn't pronouncing your name right? I'm very sorry with my pronunciation, Jerry. Just I'm a Yoruba man, so I can't really pronounce in geographical zones. I don't really understand. I'm really sorry. So please drop your feedbacks. What Okay, thank you very much for joining, and that is going to be the end of today's class. Thank you very much. I remain at Demola. You can drop any message for me on Twitter at Demola Lagos _. I am available on Twitter. I respond to everything. So my background noise, so obviously I'll work on that. Tomorrow, no background noise. So everything is going to be really, really. I am on Instagram at Demola Lagos. I will share those things for you tomorrow. So thank you very much. So I'll be handing over to the programs director, please. And remember, at the end of our class, I have something amazing for whoever is engaging most. You don't know what this could be. It could be a referral to your next job. It could be a premium course you actually want to get. It could be something you don't even expect. But I'm actually bringing something amazing on board for you guys. Thank you very much. So I'm actually waiting for the programs coordinator to actually come on board. So if you need the slide, I will send the slides, please. I'll reach out to the programs coordinator. So the programs coordinator, I share the slides with you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, while waiting, please say if user is a customer. So it's actually a long explanation. Sometimes a user can be a customer, but it's not actually most times, right? I think you can actually ask from someone spoke very well, and I asked the person to rephrase a certain sentence. You can ask from your mates, please. I don't want to be responsible for time management or something. Thank you very much. Or our next class, I'll actually take you through. Thank you very much. I'm very sorry, Cynthia. So I think I'll be going for 5 minutes break here. So I'll be waiting for your programs coordinator. So I won't be attending to anything. I won't be speaking